CMS families, your deadline is tomorrow to decide whether to send your children back in person or to opt into the full remote learning program for the rest of the school year. And while many families are still wrestling with that decision, in other districts, some parents have already had to decide what they'll be doing next year. WCNC Charlotte's Tanya Mendis talked to a family about the difficult choices they've had to make.
Fifth grade was spent in front of the computer for Pamela Turner's daughter. And at first, Mom wasn't sure how her straight-A student would handle it.
Would she fall behind? Would she not get everything she would need being in an in-person classroom versus being virtual?
Now, a year in, her daughter is thriving.
She's just a go-getter. She loves school.
So Turner is in no rush to send her back.
That's really a thing that we struggle with. I've lost a lot of family members and friends. We have a lot of underlying health conditions in our family, in our immediate home.
Parents in school districts like CMS have until April 1st to decide whether to opt in or out of the full remote learning academy for the rest of this school year. But in districts like Fort Mill, where Turner's daughter attends, parents have already had to decide what their children will be doing next year.
We do it this early so that we can assign staff.
District spokesperson Joe Burke says the virtual drop-off will be significant next year. They went from 1/3 of the students being remote learners this year, which is about 5,000 kids, to more like an expected 500 next year. Not everyone who is eligible this year, though, will be next year. Kindergartners, first and second graders won't have a remote option. Neither will students who had attendance issues or bad grades.
And part of that is trying to set our students up for success. I mean, obviously, if you struggled through it this year, we're a little concerned about that. So we'd like to get you back in person to get you back on track.
Turner's daughter stayed on track.
Shout out to her teacher because he's really the best.
So she'll stay remote until they're confident COVID is under control.
You don't want to live in fear, but you also want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and safe. And right now, she just feels like this is the best thing for her.
In Fort Mill, Tanya Mendis, WCNC Charlotte.